My love language is talking about the love languages. I love it. Please talk to me about love languages. I'm obsessed. Hey everyone, I'm Hannah. Welcome back to my channel, and we're in for another episode of Who Am I in Bed? So in this episode, we are going to be talking about the love languages, and I'm going to be taking the test to find out what my love language is. So first, a little background about love languages. Yes, this series is Who Am I in Bed? But we all know what that means, not just sexually in bed, but in relationships. So that's how I'm justifying including love languages in here. Also, don't we just all love the love languages? So The 5 Love Languages is a best-selling book by Gary Chapman, The Secret to Love That Lasts. Apparently over 12 million copies sold. I've never read it, but all you really need to know is that there's a website, 5lovelanguages.com, and you can take the test on there. And there are 5 love languages. So the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch. So love languages is all about how you communicate your love. So everyone has got different ways of expressing how they love someone. And if you understand what your love language is and understand what someone else's love language is, then hopefully you can speak each other's languages and recognize that you love each other. A lot of conflicts might come up in relationships because you don't feel loved, but it's not that the other person isn't showing you that they love you, it's just they're showing you in a different language to you. And so by discovering what our love languages are, we can adapt and make sure that the people in our lives that we want to let them know that we love them, we can show them in specific ways that we know will resonate with them, that we know will mean a lot to them. Yes, that does mean putting in some effort, because lots of people will have a different love language to you, and they might not come as naturally to you as the one that you identify with. And so, you've got to try a little bit. You got to actually learn a language. Learning languages is hard, and learning someone's love languages is also hard. Maybe not as hard as learning an actual language, but I don't know, depends how adaptable we all are. Let's go through what each of these mean. These aren't the official definitions, this is how I interpret them. So words of affirmation is hearing things that are great about you. So you're amazing because XYZ, or I really like you, or whatever it is, and that can be verbally or in a text, but you just need to be told that someone likes you. Acts of service is the one that I feel like I always have the hardest time describing, but it means that you receive love, you feel loved when someone does little things for you that make your life easier. If someone offers to help you with any kind of chore, that is a solid act of service. You like it when people offer to make you tea. You like it if you're super busy and a lot of important things are getting forgotten about and your partner is like, don't worry, I'll handle it. You do your work thing, you concentrate on the thing you need to do and I'll handle this other stuff. And you're like, oh my God, I feel so loved right now. Receiving gifts. You love receiving gifts, and not just because you like the gifts themselves. It's more about the fact that some thought has been put into it. That person was thinking of you and they put some thought and effort into the gift that you're receiving, and you feel loved by that. Quality time is what it says on the tin. You appreciate someone's attention, hanging out with someone. I don't know whether it means like just hanging out together and not really doing much, or if quality time encompasses also doing activities together. Whatever counts as like quality time for you, like feeling like you've properly had a good moment of that person's attention. Is it about attention? I don't know, we'll find out. And then finally, physical touch. Basically, are you like a touchy-feely kind of person? Do you like your hair to be stroked? Do you like your back to be rubbed? Do you love a good hug? Like, do you show your affection and your love towards people physically? Hang on, I got that wrong. No, it's about what you like receiving. Maybe if I read this guy's book, it will tell me about the difference between your love languages in giving and receiving. But the quiz and knowing what your love language is about knowing what you like to receive. What you might give might be different. I don't know. Also, again, maybe he talks about this in the book too, but I have a theory that our love languages might be different depending on the relationship. So with a romantic partner, we might want to be shown love in a certain way, but with a friend or a family member, we might want to be shown love in a different way. So I've done this test before, so I roughly know what mine are, but I think the last time I did it, I was single. And so I'll be interested to see if anything has changed. So although I can think of every one of the 5 love languages and be like, yeah, if that happened, I would feel really loved. But I'm also aware that there are certain ones that Dan does not speak. So obviously in our relationship, there are some love languages that I'm getting loads and some that I'm not getting so much. So part of me like really wants the ones that I don't get a lot of the time, but actually our relationship is good and it's surviving because clearly I don't need those ones as much. Whereas I think if he started doing those ones more and less of the other ones, then maybe I would really struggle. I don't know. We will find out. Right, we shall begin. Start here. So I must have done the singles quiz before. However, if I click begin couples quiz, do I have to get Dan to answer this too? So I think it's still just me taking it, but I'm answering these questions specifically about my current partner. I don't know if I want him to see this video. We'll find out. Oh my God, right. It's more meaningful to me when I receive a loving note / text / email for no special reason from my loved one. My partner and I hug. Oh boy. So we hug all of the time and I love it. And there's been like the odd moment that I've had a special note from him and that just like oh, it hits me. But they don't happen that often. The last time was my birthday, but obviously that was a special occasion and it's saying for no special reason. What's more meaningful? I hate this quiz already. We're only on question 1. I would appreciate more random loving notes, but it's not the end of the world. Whereas like hugs are great all of the time. Hugs. We'll go hugs. It's more meaningful for me when I can spend alone time with my partner, just the 2 of us. My partner does something practical to help me out. So here's the thing. I've become that like nagging partner who's just always like, Dan, can you do this? Dan, can you do this, please? Because he doesn't do the things, but then when he does do them, I'm like, So I think it is more meaningful when he does the practical things. Because actually what we're doing is, you know, we live together and we're building a life together, and it's very meaningful when he chips in and helps out with that kind of stuff. I'm scared I'm going to come out as acts of service, even though that's not really been hugely important to me before, but like thinking about my relationship, I'm like, no, acts of service are important. It's more meaningful to me when my partner gives me a little gift as a token of our love for each other. I get to spend uninterrupted leisure time with my partner. Uninterrupted leisure time, which is basically for us playing board games together. It's more meaningful to me when my partner unexpectedly does something for me, like filling my car or doing the laundry. My partner and I touch. I don't know, I still find it really meaningful when he touches me in a non-sexy way. Just in a like, what is this? Just gonna give you a little stroke. I'm always just like, oh. It's more meaningful to me when my partner puts his arm around me when we're in public. My partner surprises me with a gift. Well, he never surprises me with a gift. So clearly that's not important to me if we're still together. I do really like it when he puts his arm around me in public. I really love that. It's more meaningful to me when I'm around my partner, even if we're not really doing anything. I hold hands with my partner. I like holding hands. It's more meaningful to me when my partner gives me a gift. I hear I love you from my partner. This might be controversial. So Dan and I say I love you a lot. So I think actually it means that every single time it's said, it does like reduce its meaning. Whereas actually it then would be more meaningful if I got a gift. So I'm going to say gift. Ooh, Feels weird because I identify as a words of affirmation person. I normally think of myself as words of affirmation right at the top and giving gifts right at the bottom. But for that question, I picked gifts over words. It's more meaningful to me when I sit close to my partner. I am complimented by my loved one for no apparent reason. Give me a compliment. It's more meaningful to me when I get the chance to just hang out with my partner. I unexpectedly get small gifts from my partner. Chance just to hang out. I feel like every evening that we're home together, I'm like, do you want to hang out? You want to hang out? Do we do something? So I think that's a sign that it probably means something to me, considering that I ask for him to hang out with me all the time. It's more meaningful to me when my partner tells me, I'm proud of you. My partner helps me with a task. Oh, I really need to hear I'm proud of you. I need to hear that. Oh my God. It's more meaningful to me when I get to do things with my partner. I hear supportive words from my partner. Supportive words, please. Send this video to Dan. It's more meaningful to me when my partner does things for me instead of just talking about doing nice things. I feel connected to my partner through a hug. I think for me and Dan specifically, it would be more meaningful if he does things instead of just talking about doing things. It's more meaningful to me when I hear praise from my partner. My partner gives me something that shows he was really thinking about me. Praise me. Always praise me. It's more meaningful to me when I'm able to just be around my partner. I get a back rub, a massage from my partner. Give me a massage! Oh my God, that was aggressive. It's more meaningful to me when my partner reacts positively to something I've accomplished. My partner does something for me that I know they don't particularly enjoy. Ooh, do I want Dan to suffer for me? I really want him to react positively to something that I have accomplished. I need that yes, well done. It's more meaningful to me when my partner and I kiss frequently. I sense my partner is showing interest in the things I care about. Is that bottom one referring to quality time? I don't actually know. No, the kisses. Dan and I don't have a huge crossover in things that we care about, and that's fine. It's more meaningful to me when my partner works on special projects with me that I have to complete. My partner gives me an exciting gift. I like the idea of us working on special projects together. Dan bought some ingredients recently for us to make homemade hummus. I'm well excited for that. That's going to be great. It's more meaningful to me when I'm complimented by my partner on my appearance. My partner takes time to listen to me and really understand my feelings. What's more meaningful? I think the listening and the understanding feelings is more meaningful. For me. It's more meaningful to me when my partner and I share non-sexual touch. In public, my partner offers to run errands for me. Non-sexual touch in public. It's more meaningful to me when my partner does a bit more than his normal share of the responsibilities we share. I get a gift that I know my partner put thought into choosing. I think the doing a bit more than normal, that's always good. That's always gonna put you in my good book. It's more meaningful to me when my partner doesn't check his phone while we're talking. My partner goes out of their way to do something that relieves pressure on me. Does something that relieves pressure on me? I don't care about the phone that much. It's more meaningful to me when I can look forward to a holiday because of a gift I anticipate receiving. I don't understand the connection between the holiday and the gift. I hear the words, I appreciate you from my partner. That one, the I appreciate you one. It's more meaningful to me when my partner brings me a little gift after he has been traveling without me. He doesn't go traveling without me. I'm always the one traveling. My partner takes care of something I'm responsible to do, but I feel too stressed to do it at the time. Yes. Dan will often clean out mustards for Varium. If I've been traveling a lot and I haven't had time to do it with him, then he will do it. And I appreciate that very much. It's more meaningful to me when my partner doesn't interrupt me while I'm talking. Gift giving is an important part of our relationship. Gift giving isn't an important part of our relationship. So it doesn't interrupt me one, I guess? I don't know. It's more meaningful to me when my partner helps me out when he knows I'm already tired. I get to go somewhere while spending time with my partner. Yes, I want us to spend time together out of the flat. Is that too much to ask? It's more meaningful to me when my partner and I are physically intimate. My partner gives me a little gift that he picked up in the course of their normal day. Physically intimate. I just like hugs on the sofa. I just like cuddles. It's more meaningful to me when my partner says something encouraging to me. I get to spend time in a shared activity or hobby with my partner. Shared activity. Doing the board games again. That's all I'm thinking about, is them board games. It's more meaningful to me when my partner surprises me with a small token of their appreciation. My partner and I touch a lot during the normal course of a day. Ooh, lots of touching. The touching. It's more meaningful to me when my partner helps me out, especially if I know they're already busy. I hear my partner specifically tell me, I appreciate you. I'm just like imagining Dan saying, I appreciate you. And then him offering to help me out. I think if he helps me out, I don't know what he'd help me out with. But yes, if he helps me out, I appreciate that. And I will tell him, I appreciate you. It's more meaningful to me when my partner and I embrace after we've been apart a while. Yes, I hear my partner say how much I mean to him. These are my two, physical touch and words of affirmation. Which one do I pick? I love the embrace after being apart for a while. That's so meaningful to me. But then also I need to hear how much I mean to him. But actually I think the embrace is like, oh, I'm done. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, it's changed. Let me see. The highest score indicates your primary love language. The highest score is 12. So the highest score is 12 and I scored 10 for physical touch. Holy moly, am I a touchy-feely person. But then, so I used to be words of affirmation really high, but actually my second is acts of service, and then my third is quality time and words of affirmation tied, and then right down at the bottom is receiving gifts. Oh my God, I'm having an identity crisis. What does this mean? So I thought I would still be words of affirmation because a very common exchange between Dan and I is him saying, I love you, and me saying, why? and then trying to coax something out of him. I just need to hear the details of why he loves me. I need to hear why I'm great. I need to hear what's special about me. Oh, that's so interesting. Let's read what it says about physical touch. This language isn't all about the bedroom. A person whose primary language is physical touch is, not surprisingly, very touchy. Hugs, pats on the back, holding hands, and thoughtful touches on the arm, shoulder, or face, they can all be ways to show excitement, concern, care, and love. Physical presence and accessibility are crucial, while neglect or abuse can be unforgivable and destructive. Physical touch fosters a sense of security and belonging in any relationship. I'm going to read acts of service and then I'm going to read words of affirmation because those two have been my main swap and I'm interested to see if I resonate more with acts of service. Can vacuuming the floors really be an expression of love? Absolutely. Anything you do to ease the burden of responsibilities weighing on an acts of service person will speak volumes. The words he or she most wants to hear, let me do that for you. Yes, I do want to hear that. Laziness, broken commitments, and making more work for them tell speakers of this language their feelings don't matter. I feel so seen. But Dan cannot speak acts of service. He can't do it. It's a problem. Except he cooks for me a lot. That's the one act of service. And cleaning out Mustard's vivarium. Okay, maybe he does a few things. Finding ways to serve speaks volumes to the recipient of these acts. I've turned into an acts of service person because I live with a partner who can't speak acts of service. I think that's what happened. It's because it's what I'm deprived in. But words of affirmation is actions don't always speak louder than words. If this is your love language, unsolicited compliments mean the world to you. Hearing the words I love you are important. Hearing the reasons behind that love sends your spirits skyward. Insults can leave you shattered and are not easily forgotten. Kind, encouraging, and positive words are truly life-giving. So yeah, I think the amount I hear I love you is in abundance, whereas acts of service is limited. And so maybe that's why one has now gone above the other, but only by 1 point. Let's be clear about that. Physical touch is the clear winner, and I'm definitely getting enough of that. So all good. I'm pretty sure Dan's are physical touch and quality time. Those are his too. So actually we're pretty well balanced, because quality time is also quite high up for me. I just need to work on him with the acts of service thing, and I shall do that privately. There we have it. To be honest, I was very worried that acts of service was going to come high for me, because now I need to actually acknowledge that it's important to me. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts in the comments on what your love language is, but also if you are in a couple, do you think that your love language changes depending on what the other person can give you? So maybe the thing that they're not giving so much to you then actually becomes a love language that is more important to you because you're receiving less of it? I don't know. Have other people experienced their love languages changing in this way? Or am I just the only person over here having a crisis? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did, and make sure to subscribe because I make new videos every week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!